Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my broadcast today. It is day 430 of my 3-year challenge to lose 300 pounds. If this is your first time checking out my broadcast, a little bit about me and the channel. I'm 39 years old. I'm married. We have 4 children together, and I have been overweight my whole life. Uh, in in 2020, I got to a point where I was the heaviest that I had ever been in my life, and I knew I needed to do something, or else I was going to start having some serious medical conditions. I was already having some issues with swelling in my legs. Obviously, I was chronically fatigued. Had lots of difficulty doing, lots of even regular tasks. So I knew I needed to do something, and so I created this challenge. And the reason I created this challenge was because I wanted to succeed this time. I don't know. I created this challenge because I knew in the past that I'd lost weight. I know how to lose weight, or I can find a way to lose weight. And but I could never maintain that weight loss or hit, a huge amount of weight loss to get to a healthy weight. So I created this challenge with the first main goal of being that I need to stick to this for longer than I've ever stuck to any type of diet. And so that's why I challenged myself to do this for 3 years. The other big challenge, a lot of times in the past, I would set goals to lose as much weight as possible before a special event or a wedding or a vacation, something like that. And I could usually do well at losing weight, 50 pounds or 60 pounds, but um, never really any like major weight loss. And so I knew that going into this, I have a lot of weight to lose. And if I want to be at a healthy weight, I got to get rid of it. So I challenged myself to lose 300 pounds. It's been going awesome so far. My last weigh in last Wednesday, I was 332 pounds with a starting weight of just under 520. That is a little over 185 pounds lost in 14 months, I guess is what it is going to be about. So the November 1st was a year. Yeah, just over 14 months. I guess I would have had my 14-month weigh in would have been the last one, or I guess the next one can be my 14-month weigh in. We'll see. But if anybody has any non-scale victories they'd like to share, I'd love to hear your guys' non-scale victories, any questions, anything like that. Today I am sorry, I'm moving around a lot here. I've been messing with my camera and trying to get some things, trying to keep to that New Year's resolution to create more content. I haven't actually created more content, but I am trying to set some things up so that the live stream's a little bit smoother, and also that I can take the information that I talk about from the live stream and maybe cut them up into smaller clips that I can share later on, or um, separately from the live stream. So I've been working on that some today, and it's nice to be getting some of that done. Some of the things I've been thinking about doing, but not actually getting down and working on and getting done. Uh, the other big part of the New Year's resolution is to lose the weight uh, that I have left this year, losing another 112 pounds. And for me, the best way for me to do that is going to be to stick to the diet. And I have been sticking to the diet since the new year, or just before the new year, and I feel awesome. Like, it's I don't know. I'm kind of in a weird spot because I was up in weight. 332 isn't, I'm down from my highest on this peak, but um it's just, for so long every week I was kind of sabotaging this perfect diet that we've been doing every day. Like we would do great for 5 days, and then in it's yeah, I don't know if sabotaging is the right word, but just putting kind of that speed bump in the way. And by not having that speed bump in the way the last couple days, by or the last week, and sticking to the diet, I feel all the inflammation out of my body. I feel as thin now as I have since I started the diet. My clothing feels amazing. Like the hips and the just kind of uh overall, I am very happy with where I'm at on the diet. And that I titled this "Staying on Track." Um and the way I feel right now is what's motivating me to stay on track, and it's kind of self-feeding machine a little bit. The longer that I can stay on track, the better the longer I can keep feeling this great, I'm going to be happy. uh and I don't know, it's not that I was feeling bad prior to this past couple weeks, but I just don't remember feeling this good. Another thing that I've kind of done in the last few days is I have reduced some of the portion sizes of what I've eaten. I also decided this morning to fast again. So I am fasted since yesterday evening, and I plan to fast again tomorrow morning. I think that if um, I get the system figured out right, it's going to do well for me. But I'm going to plan on doing 2 meals a day on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then eating uh fasting breakfast on Tuesday and Wednesday each week. I think that it's something different. Hey Anthony, I hope everything's going good with you. I hope you're having a great new year. Um but I am going to try to keep this. It's really what I've done the past few weeks is eating kind of my regular 2 meal a day, and then on Tuesday, Wednesday skipping breakfast, and I've been a fan of it. And uh for me, the I think that my body is kind of in a cycle that it just gets a little bit hungry at, or it knows it's gonna eat at 4, or I'm sorry, it's 5 to 5:30 when I get home. And so this is the time where I start to get hungry, as I leave work here. I actually kind of uh get a little bit hungry. But on these days that I am fasting for breakfast, I don't know that it's any worse. And and so I'm gonna keep trying to do it. I think I know if we have a light dinner tonight, I'm not sure what we're having for dinner. I haven't talked to Carrie about it, but if we have a light dinner tonight and I skip breakfast tomorrow, I am gonna have a great loss. And I am not starving myself by any means. I mean, it's uh in comparison to what I talked about the diet yesterday, from 8 years ago, what I was eating in the volume of food, and it's so much more now. I mean, last night I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have a huge uh I didn't have seconds of dinner. Like a lot of times I'll have seconds of dinner, and last night I didn't. So last night for food, I had Ezekiel bread with miso and avocado. We actually are out of the mango pico de gallo, so I didn't get a chance to or I didn't have that, but I really, the avocado was kind of getting to the point where it wasn't going to probably be any good if we let it sit, till we got the mango. And then we also had rice and beans last night, like a Spanish rice and beans. And we took half the avocado, and me and Carrie actually used half the avocado in our dinner. And then the kids just had the rice and beans, and they had some refried rice and, yeah, I guess like kidney beans. And then we also they also had refried beans and tortilla chips, kind of a little Mexican dinner night for us. And other than those kind of things, I did snack on things like mangoes. I love those dehydrated mangoes. And what else did I snack on? It was, oh yeah, just some oranges. Um, yeah, this chair is really messing with me today. I don't know if it's the angle I'm in or what. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just feeling so good about the diet. It's, and I talked about this a decent bit about getting on the scale and weighing, and I really have got to continue to recommend getting on the scale uh and weighing yourself daily. And it's there's going to be differing opinions on whether or not you should do that or not. And um I think that, I guess my opinion is, with if you're sticking to a diet like this, if you are eating a whole food plant-based diet with no added salt, oil, or sugar, and you're large like me, 300 plus pounds, or when I started, this way of eating, I was 400 plus pounds, you will absolutely see a drop in the scale from, I mean, almost daily. Like, since I've been kind of sticking back to this, every time I get on the scale, I am point something low, point two, point six, 1 pound lighter than I was the day before. So, if, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're going to be sticking to this diet, if you're going to be maintaining this diet, get on the scale, see that success every day, and use that to drive the success for the next day. And if you're not, I can see avoiding the scale if you aren't being on this type of strict diet. But I guess my opinion is there's no reason not to get on the scale, because you're gonna see weight loss. I would have a really hard time believing that somebody eating this diet could eat enough to gain weight. The in the past few months, the weight I have gained has been because of the other things that we have allowed into the diet. And it's um it's crazy what inflammate. I feel like that is what is making me feel so good right now, is that the inflammation in my body just feels like it's zapped away. Like, I don't feel like there's any swelling on any part of my body, as far as like in my joints or my muscles. And just, I really feel like uh that inflammation, and I didn't even realize how big of a thing inflammation kind of was. Like, they talk about it in the pleasure trap book, that anything that is ends in itis is just the name. It's like appendicitis is appendix inflammation. uh Carrie says hello, late to the party today. No problem, Carrie. I hope everything's going great at home today. But uh the all these itis is tinnitus is or tendonitis is the inflammation of the tendons. And arthritis is inflammation of the joints. And so it's all kind of a weird, like, inflammation is its own industry in the medical world. Like, it's like you could be an inflammation doctor, I imagine, and just specialize in that. And then they do probably like a something like arthritis, specializes in that. But just this diet, eating this diet eliminates all that inflammation. I just can't, you know, it's just been wild. It's just a weird um feeling. So I don't have a whole lot today. The other thing I was going to talk about is I am continuing to read the Fiber Fueled book. I really like it, and uh I'm learning a lot of information that I never really looked into. It is a lot of talk about your poop, or kind of that part of, your colon and things like that. So it's not something that has ever really been uh talked about. Like, they don't talk about the, other than letting you know what the colon is. But um in school it's more about the before that point. Stone Hobbit says day 5 water fasting. Awesome. You did a 52 day, gave you back part of your life. You forgot your had smiles. Feel great. Thanks for your inspiration. Awesome. Thanks, Stone. I hope you do great on it. I, keep just what I always kind of say is be confident that your body can do amazing things. If you did a 52 day, you probably know that already. But one of the things that I'm gonna have to say is the first time I did a 30-day water fast, I did a year and a half before I did started this stream. I did a 30-day water fast. I lost 60 pounds, felt amazing. And then I didn't have a plan coming out of the fast. I was like, oh, I'll probably do keto, something like that. And I didn't develop a very good plan. And going in this time when I created this challenge, my whole goal that first 30 days was to develop a rock solid plan. And so use your time fasting to develop that plan, because that's what's going to make it last. I mean, it's absolutely water fasting. You lose a lot of weight, but if you want to keep the weight off, it's what happens after you get done. So I'm looking forward to hearing how you do, and let me know. So did you have a goal for time? How long you're hoping to go this time? I'd love to hear that too. So, fiber fueled. Let's see. Flying ahead, feeling like I didn't have a 4-month break. It was great listening to your body and know what it was doing. And awesome. So, um, but yeah, uh, just the information that I'm getting about from the book about the different microbes in your gut and what causes um just the things, one day at a time. We'll see what the body says. Yes, absolutely, listen to the body. That's the and try not to be too active. That's the other thing. That's you know I tell people, on day 20 I felt like I conquered the world. I felt like I could have done anything, but I knew that if I went out and busted my butt doing some chore in the yard, or doing, going on some exercise because I felt amazing, that on day 30 it was going to catch up to me. So just try not to do too much. Be the other way to go. Yeah, absolutely. Um so yeah, the book is, what I'm getting into right now. They're going to be talking about prebiotic, probiotic, and postbiotics. So it's all kind of stuff that I'd not really probably paid any attention to in school if we ever talked about it. I don't know that we ever would have talked about some of this stuff, because I don't know how much um they were really concerned about those things when we were younger. I feel like they've put a lot more stock into the gut microbiome um in the past few years than they ever had before. And in fact, in the book, he talks about that they say that there's some, I don't know if evidence is the right word, but they could essentially say that you have two brains. You have the brain between your head, but you also have like a brain in your digestive system because there's so many nerves and stuff in there. Um Carrie says that she feels more on track than she has in a while too. And her good plant-based fiber fueled bowel movements are back. So yes, that is um something that I what yeah, I don't know if you want to talk about poop, but it is when I was fasting, it's one of those things that you do miss having kind of a satisfying kind of passing, and then um flip the other side. Uh Now I get those now. Sauerkraut. I'll have a shot glass of the juice every couple of days, you bet. So I've heard of that. That's sort of like, I know when I the first time I fasted, I tried drinking that apple cider vinegar every day, and that lasted maybe a few days, a week at the most. I couldn't get, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the apple cider vinegar. This last fast, I did take some electrolyte powders at the beginning, but I just didn't like the taste of them after a while, and I found that I wasn't craving or wanting them, and I actually did best just doing uh water fasting. Poop is part of the findings in your gut brain health. Yeah. Yeah, and that's what, yeah, um the that's just what, yeah, it's crazy that he talks about that there's as many nerves in your, in the, I don't know if it's the colon or the lower intestine as there is in your spinal cord, and that the number of bugs that are in your gut biome is like 10 times the number of stars there are in the sky or something like that. Just a crazy amount of um bugs in that, and it's really cool to learn about it and know to know more about it. Like it's yeah, it's just cool to learn more about the human body just because you know, I feel like I thought I knew a lot before I started this, but now as I go on, I learn more and more. And, even not just with health, but even like the last book I read, The Born to Run, where they talk about um how, wearing regular shoes hurts your feet. Just uh so you said do 4 lids to 2 liters of water with pink salt, sometimes lemon, watching your pH level, sometimes add a touch of baking soda. But you don't need it because of the sauerkraut juice. Yeah. Yeah, I bet that helps the flavor of it. Carrie's not a big fan of sauerkraut juice, so I don't think she would like that at all. But yeah, it's gosh, it was crazy. Anyways, um I'm all over the place here now, guys. I didn't really have a whole lot to talk about, and I'm excited for the weigh in tomorrow. It's going to be weigh in Wednesday tomorrow. We're going to see how we're doing on my weight. Like I said, I've been checking it and it's going to be down. I don't know how many pounds I'll be down, but I'll be a couple pounds down unless something crazy happens tonight and I get stung by a bee and my whole body swells up. Uh but um I do need to get out of here today because I need to pick up stuff on the way home. So I'm gonna be back on tomorrow. If you guys, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Click on the bell icon there. Um, the Yeah, I don't know. I'm out of it. I'm out of it right now. So, All right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Subscribe, like, click on the bell. Um, and then something else. Oh yeah, Discord. I haven't talked about the Discord or the. I don't know if did I mention those yesterday. I don't feel like I did. And now that I think about it, I don't know if I updated the link in the Discord below. So the link might not be any good. But thanks, Stone. Yes, you too. Um, the Discord below is a link. I started a Discord. If you guys want to share kind of your stories, what's going on, I'd love to hear about what you guys got going on. There's also a link to our Carrie's Pinterest board that has a lot of the recipes that we've been eating, and I'm really happy with a lot of those. Awesome, that'd be great, Stone. Um, and then gosh, I am just so flustered right now. If you guys haven't started your diet yet, get started right now. There's no reason to wait. Nothing coming up that's more important than your health. You know, nobody ever gets to their goal and says, "I'm so happy I waited that extra week to start. I'm so happy I waited till after that to start." Everybody always gets to their goal and says, "I wish I would have started sooner. I wish I would have known how great I was going to feel. I'd have done this years ago." Get started now. Don't wait. Let's you know, everybody have a great day. I don't know what